Draw every day. Copy good artists. Just keep going and you will improve. You've heard that a million times, but did it actually work? Why does it feel like no matter how long you've been drawing, your progress is so small it's starting to piss you off? Especially when you scroll through Instagram or X and every post screams, "Here is another god tier piece, good luck ever getting to that level." You keep practicing again and again, but what if that wall approach is a lie? In this video, I'm going to reveal the real hidden reasons why most artists never actually improve, no matter how hard they try, and I'll show you exactly how to finally start making real progress and regain faith in yourself and your art. So, if it's not about how much you draw, maybe it's about what you are drawing. Let's say you love drawing characters. You want to design your own, ones that feel badass, full of personality, like the stuff you see in anime or games. You're probably thinking, well, if I'm drawing fan art, that still counts as practice, right? I mean, Magoon draws it, Ask draws it, almost everyone draws it. Makes sense, right? You're copying cool looking stuff and it's feel like growth. One side says, you will never grow with that way. The other says, relax, fan art is still practice. If you agree with either of those, your problem goes way deeper than you think. So how does this practice actually look? You open the original art, place your canvas next to it, redraw the character with a new pose, tweak the lighting, add a clean render, boom, productive day. And that's the trap. It feels like progress, but it's not. Not because it's fan art, but because there is no real learning. So does it mean fan art is actually bad practice? No. To make it effective, just change one thing. Do the same, but this time before you draw anything, you stop and study the design. What makes it strong? Where does it lead the eye? How is the shape language working? Then, and only then, you draw. Feel the difference? This one small change turns passive copying into useful practice and helps you build the skill to design your own characters. So why does the vast majority of artists still go with the first path? Here is how it went for me. As a kid, I got pretty good at copying stuff. Years later, when I finally picked up a tablet, guess what I did? Yep, I went right back to copying. At first, it felt great. Fast progress, lots of studies, everything looked solid. Until it didn't. I hit a wall and stayed stuck for years. Can you guess what the real issue was? If you are thinking, well, maybe it's because I kept copying, you are close, but not quite. I was grinding basic skills. But did it help me actually draw on my own? No. As soon as I tried something original, it all fell apart. I couldn't design a pose, I couldn't light it, I didn't get any of it. And don't even ask me to make something up from imagination. Here is the thing, I only practiced what I now call the fake challenge. And that's exactly how most artists stay stuck for years. So how do you actually get out of this trap? Here is 3 clear steps you can follow right now. First, identify what you are avoiding. Not just what's hard, but what you know you've been skipping because it feels uncomfortable. Next, connect your practice to your actual goals. Don't just copy to copy, copy to understand. And finally, track your progress by how much new knowledge you've gained. If it looks good but you don't know why, that's not growth, that's just decoration. You don't move forward until you face the actual problem and figure out what's really missing from your practice. Some artists eventually break out of it because they find a mentor or a course that fits just right. But hey, not everyone can afford that. That's why I made a free adapt kit, something I wish I had when I was stuck. It's short, structured guide to help you get unstuck, improve faster and save years of aimless practice. Grab it from the link in the description. So why does it still feel like something missing? You can learn clean line, render well, even switch styles. You're improving. On paper, but somehow you still feel stuck. That's because without one key skill, none of it really matters. Most artists imagine progress as a straight line. You draw more, focus on the right things, and eventually it all clicks. Oh, not exactly. But this mindset backfires years later. You don't just get stuck in what's easy, you get trapped grinding basic skills for years, like maxing out a useless stat that doesn't even help you beat the actual game. Here is the truth. Most artists chase the ability to draw, but they never realize they also need to learn how to think like artists. Let's take Reddom's work. She made it quickly, and just look at this, and this, and this, It's full of imperfections. So what does it mean? Even a messy drawing with meaning can hit harder than a flawless one with no idea behind it. Yeah, because message beats technique, always. But how do you actually add that message? When I realized this, everything changed. In one of my pieces, I added just a hint of story, nothing more. And guess what? I got way more attention than the ones I spent forever polishing. Not because I drew better, but because I finally said something. That's when it hit me. Now I wasn't stuck. I was finally moving forward again. So how do you do it the right way? Next time when you open a blank canvas, don't ask where do I start. Ask yourself, what should I draw to reach my goal? What do I want to say with it? Because that's where real progress begins. But what about an artist who draws fast and at the same time makes it look incredible? Let me show you one.